midfield on the far side, and you're looking right into an emotional-filled group of Shaw ball players. And coming near the north end zone now, the Rummel Raiders. Head coach Easton Roth and the coaching staff at Rummel. During the week we had to stop out there, and they were really excited about this ball club and about the number 4 ranking. They've got something to uphold, and I think the Raiders are ready for it tonight. The officials for tonight's ball game: umpire Ed Mortier, referee Harold Parker, head linesman Ed Bravo, field judge Joe Taranto, handling the clock Larry Strohmeyer, and here come the Raiders. An emotional packed field, a crowd on both sides standing up. And Kenny, you've had the opportunity to view many of these games, as well as John, you yourself. Is this that type of ball game where it does mean a whole lot to East and West Bank rivalry?
I think there's no doubt about it. Over the years, in the 70s anyway, this has turned into a very, very intense and very closely played rivalry every year. A lot of one-point games, I think John would attest to as well. Last year, one of the biggest margins of victory that we've seen in this particular rivalry. Shaw prevailed by 11 points. But there's no doubt about it, there definitely is a lot of pride involved here, and the schools bear very, very certain similarities, both from an academic standpoint and from an athletic standpoint. There's no doubt that that is true. Maybe we'll see a tie, huh?
I don't know. After the happenings last night in the Superdome and elsewhere in District 11 Quad A, I think that they have definitely some motivation for these two ball clubs to get things squared away, because this is the first game of the district, and it's a big one for each ball club. Kenny, you mentioned earlier, before our ball game tonight, or before we even came on the air, that the first game is so important in District 11 Quad A, because you start one behind, you really start with a disadvantage in this ever so tough league.
It's not essential, but it almost is. It's as close as you can possibly come to being a must ball game, as you say, and that one's overused, of course, and all of the trivial language used by us sports people. But if you get one game down in this district, it's so hard to come back against competition, which is equal virtually every week.
Well, we do hope the color on your set is a little better than it has been in the past, and that may be the cause. The cause may be because we're at Tad Gormley Stadium, and the lighting appears to be a little bit better, and we'll see as our opening kickoff is underway. Back, Jay Scheib, Andre Rome, and Jeff Pritchard.
That's Scheib.
Scheib has it at the 15-yard line, and the Shaw Eagles swarm.
That was Danny LeBlanc, senior cornerback, that made it.
Per game, and the ground game is very tough. But then again, on the other hand, if that happens to stall, Jay Roth can handle it.
Yes, he can throw the football, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him throw early in this contest, much like Shaw did last year against the Raiders.
Rummel's wing T offense. Jay Roth, number 10, at the quarterback controls. There we go. In motion is Rome, and look out. That appeared to be on Pritchard, and Pritchard adds a new dimension to their backfield. Excellent blocker. And here we go. Scheib in motion. Handoff inside to number 33, Jeff Pritchard. And
that was Leroy Day, outside linebacker for Shaw, made that tackle. First two plays, Rummel's going straight ahead against Shaw. And all week Shaw has been talking about the outside game of Rummel. So maybe Coach Roth is trying to outmaneuver Coach Zimmerman early in this game.
Again, here we go. We're 10:50 remaining in our first quarter of play. One lone back. Scheib in motion. Handoff straight ahead to Pritchard once again. And there's some big openings in the interior line.
Troy Lewis, who we talked about early in the game, stopped that run. That could have broke if it wouldn't have been for number 1, Mr. Lewis.
And Jay Roth, number 10, leading passer in the parish. Here we go. Handoff straight ahead to number 18, Jay Scheib. Scheib crosses midfield and is near the 45. It's going to be marked down at the 47.
Off to the races.
There was a split backfield this time. Rome at the bottom of your screen. You're looking down at the offensive set for Rummel. Handoff straight ahead to Pritchard, and Pritchard of Beverly.
First conversion down the game.
3rd and 1. 9:13 remaining in our first quarter of play. We may have a blitz. Straight ahead, Roth. And it looks like a first down. And take a look at, next time we get a shot, you look at their interior line, they're completely blowing off the ball and making contact. Here's a good shot here. Straight ahead to Pritchard, and Pritchard does it again. The 30-yard line, this mental edge early, and it just may end up the other way if Shaw can hold him. Bootleg to the left. Roth looking for a receiver downfield. He's going to keep it. He crosses the 30, inside the 25. Another first down. So this, with 7:59 remaining, is a very sustained drive, and we'll take a break and be right back. There is a flag down. It's Andre Rome again straight ahead, and the penalty appears to be.
Looks like it's against Shaw. They're discussing the option with Jay Roth and Rummel, but we'll wait. Don't want to be premature here. Ever since the first play of the game, Manny, Rummel's been going right. The first play they went left, and they've been going over the right side since then, where all-district performer number 70 Ricky Starr and number 61 David Lashuto hold down camp. The penalty indeed was against Shaw, which will put the ball inside the 10.
John, from an Eagle standpoint, what does a drive like this do to a defensive unit?
Good work on the Eagle bench after this drive.
First and goal at the 9. We may have another blitz here. Roth hands off to, again, number 33, Jeff Pritchard. And Pritchard
spotted at the 6 here.
There we go, man in motion, that's Schaub. Pitch back to Schaub, and Schaub is going to be dumped.
Roy Lewis made the stop. He covered some territory.
He's a lot of it.
With number 10, Jay Roth at the throttle. Very tempting to throw the ball. He rolls to his left, good protection. Man open to the end zone, but ball overthrown, incomplete.
From a sharp angle.
Yes, very tough angle. Number 12, Bob Young, a backup quarterback, is your holder here. It'll be a 27-yard attempt with the angle right. Watch the snap.
Very important exchange right here between the center and the holder. The kick is blocked. And you talk about big plays early. There's one right there.
Number 31, Dennis Blanchard, with the big...
And that's exactly what took place. In the backfield, number 7, Robert Jackson. Juan Smith, number 35, number 29, Mike Kane.
It's a broken play.
Mix-up there.
Broken play it is. 100 yards.
The big thing about Kane is a devastating blocker. He was a starting linebacker last year for the Eagles.
Robert Jackson, very fleet-footed individual, a lot of athletic ability, is nailed as the Rummel swarming ants bury him, led by number 45, Kurt Seither, once again.
Romaine.
Slot back, number 83, Paul Romaine, wide left. Hand off on the right side to number 35, Juan Smith. Smith, with excellent speed, gets outside. John Liberto, number 42, finally runs him down with number 45, Kurt Seither, in on an assist, but not after Smith has picked up another first down.
Yes, an outstanding play, perhaps caught Rummel by surprise. They hit it right up the middle, and a fine run as he cut it outside to get that first down with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Now, Manny, that was the same thing they ran on first down. We thought it was a broken play, but it looked as though, unless they've had 2 broken...
They'd be a little bit psyched up for the Eagles. Again, Cedric Smith and Paul Romaine split left. Shift in the Rummel defense. Here we go. Jackson rolls left. He's got running room. Smith, holding the ball loose, is nailed by number 57, Robert Carroll. Split high formation. Wide receiver split wide right. Jackson rolls right. Looking for something to do with the ball. Jackson's going to be close.
He'll be very close. Showed good speed.
Well, Rummel's our first district game, and we kind of look forward to it. We've been having a chart up 269 days ago. Now it's only 2 days to the game. So it's an important game, and we try to peak for Rummel. It's our first district game. I don't think the ranking has too much to do with it as much as it's the first district game, and Rummel's always up there. They always ranked. So it's our first district game, and that's the way we approach it.
Okay.
Very well. Shaw's converted 2 third-down plays, and that's the key to any football team. No doubt about it.
Shaw out of their eye, goes to the split backfield, throw set, hands off to Mike Kane, number 29. And John, you spoke of him earlier.
Yeah, Mike Kane has been getting all kind of praise for his
Number 42, John Liberto, the left cornerback for Rummel, was in on that tackle, but not before Kane ran very hard and ran for another Shaw first down. Good field position here.
Again, I formation, Smith and Kane setbacks. Jackson, number 7, at the quarterbacking position. A lot of pressure from the inside, and somehow just I'm sure the breeze is a little bit of a help to our ball players down on the hot field. Here we go, Jackson, hands off, straight ahead on the right side to Kane.
And the Raiders were there to contain number 75 for the Raiders.
30 yards per game rushing. Shaw, 13 points a game. Pass over the middle from Jackson.
Juwan Smith in the open.
First down.
It looks as though he has it. It's very good.
Shaw is manhandling Rummel. Well, the same thing took place in the first possession. We're down to 57 seconds in our first quarter. As Juan's defense is bending, but yet they have yet to yield a point. Looking for a quick pass over the middle, and it's complete. Enough for a first line. Straight ahead. I tell you what, John, we didn't expect to see Jackson throwing the ball as well as he is, but he is. That ends our first quarter of play with the score of Shaw 0. See the games on Cox Cable TV, and maybe we'll have it again next year. Here we go. The Shaw Eagles split backfield. Jackson doing an outstanding job. Is nailed by the Rummel Raider defense. Tracy Nicole leads a host of tacklers. Kurt Seither and John Liberto for 42 all have something to say about Jackson going ahead forward.
Jackson looks like a water bug. Whenever he carries the ball, he gets a little jerk here and a jig there, and he gets by a couple of times.
And number 52 for Rummel, defensive tackle Tony Boyle limped off the field with some kind of
quarterback right now.
Smith and Kane still the setbacks. Pitch back wide to Juan Smith. And Smith had all intentions of turning the corner, but great outside pursuit by number 21, Mike Membrano. Hauls him down just short of a first down, which will bring up.
He's got a good 3 yards to go here, and Manny, it looked as though there was great running room there. Good speed on the part of Membrano, a versatile athlete, much like Troy Lewis, who plays baseball. And he got out there and shut it off. Still a good game, and I would think that from this range, Shaw will go for it unless they have a truly outstanding kicker, and I know of one in prep at this time only.
You're right.
His name is Spies.
Okay, while we spoke of the offense from Archbishop Shaw, and of course Mike Kane in particular with his blocking and his tough inside running, I asked Mike what particular aspects of Shaw's execution may make the difference in tonight's ball game.
Rummel's defense is really good, really good. They're really quick on defense. So we're going to try to establish a ground game coming right up the middle, go right at them. We're looking for the line to blow off the ball, stay with their blocks. If we do that, I think we're going to feel very good.
They're still Greenway with a big victory today. Last second victory over Ole Miss and a couple of Shaw players that attend that fine school. So congratulations to Tulane and Vince Gibson, 2-2 now.
Outstanding. Here we go. Very big play for Shaw. I formation, 4th and 3. Jackson rolls to his right, looking for running room. It's going to be close. He's got a first down inside the 10. And the Shaw Eagles flap their wings forward. First and goal.
Juan Smith threw a block that swung Jackson over for the first down. It was
Hoping to have something to cheer about here as the defense stiffens and a brick wall for Juan Smith to run against.
Initially on a hit, Tracy Nicole, he bounced off, and then number 21, Mike Membrano, was there to bring him down, along with number 43, James St. Germain. Good containment by Rummel. They've been able to stop Shaw on first and second down thus far, but the Eagles, like a good team will do, have been able to convert in crucial situations.
Look for another rollout so Shaw can look for the pass run option with Jackson's quick feet, quick running ability.
Defensively, Rummel's allowed just 5 points a game and only 170 yards average total with 5 interceptions for the defense. Here goes the pass, incomplete, underthrown, inside by number 50 for Rummel, David Schmidt.
Oh, there was good coverage applied by number 21, Mike Membrano. The pass intended for Juan Smith, and had the pass been up.
There we go, Jackson straight ahead, hands off inside to
That's Kane.
number 29, Mike Kane, the fullback.
Eagle field goal unit is coming on the field right now. They're going to try to get the 3-point lead.
Down, and another block, carbon copy.
I'm not so sure that one was blocked. It did appear that Rodriguez did indeed rush it, and as a result, this hit it. Snap was good. I did not see the hold, and a couple of missed field goal opportunities early in this contest leave us at nothing.
Shive in motion. Bootleg left, and
Great pressure there. Great pressure. Ross felt the heat went down. Looked like number 91, Arnold Gleason, the defensive end for Shaw.
you know, I think you called it right there, Kenny. He felt the pressure. He tripped. It sort of caused himself to go down, but there was pressure on him. He had nowhere to go.
He saw that big eagle in the face. He didn't know anywhere to go but down.
Again, in the back, Shive, 32 Rome, and 10 Roth. Handoff to number 18, Jay Shive on the right side. Looking at
Tommy is catching out.
Things seem to be going cautious right now for Rummel. They're not anxious to throw the ball deep, but you may look for Roth to drop back. Again, tell you what, he had me faked out that time. Hands off on the right side to Pritchard. Nowhere to go, so it'll be a punting situation. Be approached so cautiously from the Raiders' standpoint.
Well, they have a real fine running back, Smith, and he's a tailback, and he runs the ball real well. Blocking for him is Kane. He blocks very low, and he's an outstanding blocker. But the man that we have to stop that is really important to the entire offense is Jackson. He's the quarterback. And he runs and he passes very well. His sprint out action is one of the best I've seen this year. We have to contain him. If we don't contain him, we will be in trouble. Last year, we had really trouble containing their quarterback, Aguilar, and he threw the ball real well against us, and of course he scored 27 points against us, which is one of the most points ever scored against the Rummel defense. So this year, we really worked hard on trying to stop that young man. He's one of the best around, I think, since they had John Fourcade, and you know what John Fourcade is doing now. So we are working very, very hard, extremely hard on the sprint outs and trying to contain Jackson. And if we can shut their running game down with Kane and Smith, we know that Jackson will definitely have to throw the ball. We hope that we can intercept a couple, you know, pick them off and run back as far as we can and maybe discourage him from throwing the ball.
Bubba Villarubia, number 7 midfield. It's a Raider bounce, and it's a big break here. The Raiders have it. Let's see who comes up with it.
It's number 74 for Rummel, and that is Tommy Wooderson, the offensive tackle, 198-pound junior, and a cardinal sin there by number 8 for Shaw. That's David Smith, the defensive halfback. He's only a sophomore, but he made a sophomore mistake there, trying to field a very hard-to-handle bouncing punt with good coverage.
You can see he was apprehensive about taking the ball in the first place. From a handout.
That's a draw.
Handoff to Shive.
And the hole closed very fast, number 59 for Shaw in on that play, and that's linebacker Leroy Leday. It appeared that Shaw had it at home.
Jay Ross is now looking over to good old Dad Easton, head coach at Rummel.
Will agree, but the Eagles look a little bit quicker so far in the game.
They have shown the quickness on the sprint out that Rummel is not. Shaw's well prepared for Rummel's sprint out action. I suspect that if Rummel throws, they'll drop straight back in the future.
Roth looks from side to side as he barks his signals. He's got a man open on the right side, the wide side of the field. And goes
all over the field. If he hit that time, got to the sideline to make the tackle on the receiver.
5:36 clock moving. Shive in motion right. Roth hands off
He
straight
won't make
ahead.
that.
No way. Another big 4th down situation comes up.
There's, looks like...
Boy, turnover wouldn't leave them in bad field position if they don't pick up the first. There we go. Shive in motion once again. I was looking for the quick pass across the middle. Completed and fumbled. Let's see who's got it. Scramble.
Wilson fighting for
I think the Eagles have it. We'll wait and see. Still no decision. They're
He had the
wrestling.
ball, and I tell you, he was really sacked hard.
They're wrestling down there.
Rummel came up with the
Play.
You see a lineman. You see a lineman on the side end of the field coming up with a fumble. He's hustling. There we go. Lone setback this time. Roth keeps it straight ahead, and what they were doing right there was splitting the secondary for Shaw. Jay Roth had the offensive unit split wide. Leroy Leday, number 59, comes up with the tackle.
That was such a smart call by Eastern Ross on that fourth down play. The Shaw line was blitzing, everyone was in the middle, and he hit the receiver out in the flats for first down yard.
I think that very much like I stated earlier, Rummel's going more to a drop-back type passing attack because Shaw's contained and he's spread out very well.
3:55, again, man in motion, a lot of direction plays. Here we go with number 18, Shive around the right side.
Wing T, we use a lot of misdirection, which takes up for our line being inexperienced. And so the quarterback has a greater option to pass the ball or to run it. And we can use a lot of outside plays, and the fullback can get up the middle. And it's a lot of options we can run and stuff.
Here's the situation now. Big third down situation, Ken. And Rummel's faced quite a few big plays coming up here. There we go. Quick pitch to the outside. Fumble.
They'll still get big
picks it up on the bounce. And is run out. That's number 18. Shive. Barbier runs him out.
Barbier saved a touchdown on that play for the Shaw Eagles. He was the only man in front of a...
Again, Rummel has tight splits on the inside, nothing wide whatsoever. Again, handoff to number 18, Schaub. Schaub inside the 10, down to about the 7.
Yes, and that time they tried the right side. Outstanding blocking at the point of attack. Joey Rodriguez in on the tackle for Shaw. And some very good blocking there, number 68. Rummel on the right side, who is Bill Dares, especially did a good job.
Brian Taylor made the stop for the Eagles on that play after the running back broke into the secondary. Let's see if the Eagles are stepping up here like they did earlier in the game.
By time statistics are scrabbled down and written up, there are going to be a lot of total yards for both clubs.
Outstanding block. He's in.
Touchdown!
Well, a great block play, and it looks like number 66. Looks like number 66 for Rummel. That really enabled Rome to get there, and that's Jerry Everett, the offensive guard. And Rome with his speed had little trouble.
On top. Here comes the extra point. Kevin Kubion, the kick is up, and it's going to be low. And that may have played a big factor in our ball game. So with the score, Rummel 6, Shaw 0, we'll take this short timeout. And John, the Shaw offense really showed they can move the ball on their first possession. Believe it or not, right now we have 2:42 remaining in our first half. Shaw has had the ball once, Rummel twice.
Short kick, and he's overhead. Number 30 for Shaw. Will give them great field position. That's Ken Dehan, the running back. And once again, the Rummel kicking game manifests itself as not being up to par. James St. Germain saving the touchdown.
At the 45-yard line, the Shaw Eagle offense will take over. So right now, pressure on Rummel in stopping this offensive attack, which moved the ball very freely last time.
We'll look for some spread-out action on this series.
I formation, man split left, Cedric Smith, Romaine split wide right. Jackson on a keeper. Jackson dives for the 45, and he looks like he has Shaw. Jackson back to throw. Quick release. Another first down inside the 35 at the first down.
We have a timeout taken by Rummel here, and Coach Roth would like to talk it over with defensive captain Kurt Seither to attempt to control this spread-out Shaw offense, which has really displayed itself to be an outstanding unit.
Holy Cross disposed of Jesuit 24-14, and Brother Martin edged out St. Aug 12-7. Of course, Chalmette defeated De La Salle 20-0. And the other big ball game in the district tonight is this ball game right here. So we have 1:49 remaining in our first half of play. And the Raiders lead 6-0 right now with the Eagles on the prowl.
Yes, that lead is in jeopardy, and once again, you would think that Shaw.
Split backfield again this time. The Eagles mixing it up on offense. Jackson throws. It is complete and a fine reception.
That was Cedric Smith once again on the pattern that was similar to the pattern.
Right now they've got to throw. Jackson rolls to his right. He has all intentions of keeping it this time. Jackson inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. Okay, the line of scrimmage is now marked at the 13-yard line with 1:37. There's a lot of time on our clock. With Shaw having all the time out.
Spread out.
One, and look out, the outside pursuit is outstanding.
This time, St. Germain, it looked like.
Number 81 comes wide right for Shaw. high backfield. Smith and Kane, along with Jackson at the throttle. Jackson, complete.
And he'll get out of bounds.
And look ahead. If Shaw doesn't score here, do you go for a field goal or do you go for the 6?
They may have taken too much time here.
That
That's
may be a factor
critical
on what they're going to do right there.
Very critical mistake if that is indeed the call, which I would assume it is.
I would go for the 3 points because it's great to get points on the scoreboard, especially before half. It works great to psych the kids up. They score right before half like this.
Especially since gambling bets.
There we go, 3rd down. Jackson rolls left, looking for a receiver on the middle. He's got him. Oh, an incomplete. Pass was intended.
That was Chuck Hoffman, the tight end. He tried a little one-hand stab at it. It was just a little too long, though.
Interesting. Big play.
Got a lot of people on their feet in our stadium right now. Jackson flips it across at the 10, and he's going to be come up short.
Well, the Raiders were there. Number 21 is Membrano. Number 45 is Sight. They're 2 of the big names on defense. And the rule of thumb in a situation like that, it's
Really well against a tremendous Rummel defense, and have yet to tally any points.
Rummel will run the clock out here, no doubt. Roth just falls on the ball. They'll be content with that 6-point halftime lead.
I think most ball clubs would be at this time, especially in an important ball game like this one.
And here Shaw is...
He said.
Well, Rummel has some pretty quick backs, and the offense is pretty good, but we're pretty small, but we're kind of quick. But we just have to use our quickness and cover their backs. And as far as Jay Roth, he's a real good quarterback. We're going to have to beat him by getting a pass rush.
Ken, I think you have a chance of it taking place.
Well, that one should do it there. Good job the week, man.
Cox Cable TV, I'm Manny Baracco along with Kenny Trahan and John Ram, bringing you tonight's play-by-play. And here come the Raiders. We have 12 minutes now. We're about to get underway. Each quarter, we've got 2 quarters of 12 minutes apiece. John, what type of adjustments do you think that the Shaw Eagles are going to have to make to get themselves back in this ball game?
Well, number one, I believe maybe a little more running game they have to open up. The passing game looked good for the end of the second half, so maybe they will continue that passing game as they move down the field. Mostly have to cut out the mistakes.
Well, as far as the Raiders are concerned, there's no doubt that they will have to adjust to the spread-out option-type play.
To control the football, that we have to make the crucial first downs, 3rd and short, and try to sustain drives and keep the ball away from their offense. And, of course, when we get near the goal line, we got to try to put it in the end zone. We believe that our passing game is going to be very vital. And in our wing T offense, thus far, it's been outstanding. So if we can establish some type of passing attack, which we haven't been able to do too successfully against Shaw in the past, we feel that we'll have a lot of success this Saturday night.
And right now, the biggest factor, back deep for Shaw, number 1, Troy Lewis. And it's going to the left side. It's to number 8.
Smith.
And he's got a wall on the left side, turns the corner, and it's finally knocked down near the 47-yard line.
And number 42 for Rummel, John Liberto, hit on the stop. And Robert Jackson was the man returning the kickoff for Shaw there. And he did an outstanding job. We'll give them good field position, close to the 40. Membrano also went on the stop.
Well, Shaw, coming into this week's ball game, had lost their opener to Walker 8-3, then dropped West Jefferson 21-8, and defeated Forte 14-0 last week.
Louis LaRocque is in at quarterback for Shaw.
Yes.
And a handoff straight ahead on the left side. to number 29, Mike Kane.
Number 77, Jeff Brignac, the big defensive tackle, wrestled him down for the Raiders. He had a little help there from
Both ball clubs have moved freely, and defensively, we're going to have to see a very...
Oh, and a fumble on the play.
Shaw has it.
Aroka has retained possession. John, did you notice anything?
We're back to Jackson in the quarterbacking slot. Jackson rolls to his right, looks for receivers. He's got pressure, but he gets it away. Completed across midfield.
What we thought is Shaw pressure in the corners of Rummel.
Here we go.
Juan Smith breaking through the middle.
Gain of about 7. That's a good way to start a series of plays. It's to gain a big chunk the first down. As James St. Germain, number 43, pulls in with the tackle. That presents all types of problems for your defense.
It certainly does. It's called Nicole. There's a big hit.
Big league right there. Tracy Nicole.
Robert Carroll, number 57, with the initial hit, really drove him. St. Germain helped out as well. But Carroll.
3rd and 4.
Hold on. 3rd and 4, as you said, a big play.
Option. He's got room.
Turns the corner.
That's the first.
Still on his feet inside the 25. Fumble.
Shaw has retained possession. And fortunately, the tight end, number 86, Chuck Hoffman, was there to retain possession. Could have been disastrous.
Good hustle, Bob.
Again, I formation. Smith and Kane in the backfield, along with number 7, Robert Jackson. Okay, here we go. Smith now in a 2nd down, 8 situation. 8:02 remaining in our 3rd quarter. Pivots to his left. Still on his feet, and Jackson's going to bring it in.
Touchdown.
Jackson from 20 yards out has just put up the first points for Shaw.
He broke about 5 tackles on that run.
Great run by Jackson. I thought he should have pissed the